Understanding variables and data types in C. Today, let us learn about variable and data type in C. The objective of this session is to introduce absolute beginners to the concept of variables and data types in C programming, explain how they are used in real-world applications, and help visualize how they work in memory. By the end of the session, we will understand: what is a variable? We will see a real-life analogy of a variable, declaring variables in C. What are data types? Common data types in C. Multiple variable declaration. We will also industry use case, ATM software logic, memory map visualization, and an extra use case, temperature sensor in embedded systems. What is a variable? Think of your computer like a smart assistant. To help it remember things, we give it containers to store information. These containers are called variables. Let us see a real-life example of a variable. Imagine your kitchen. You have jars for sugar, tea powder, and rice. Each jar has a label and stores a specific type of ingredient. In the same way, variables in C store specific kinds of data. Declaring variables in C. In C, we declare a variable like this: int age. This tells the computer, please reserve a small space in memory to store someone's age. Visual. Code appears on screen. Memory block labeled age highlights. You can also assign a value directly when declaring it. Int age equals 25. This both creates a variable and puts the number 25 into it. What are data types? Just like jars come in different sizes and are meant for different items, variables have different types, called data types. These tell the computer what kind of information to expect and how much space to reserve. Common data types in C. Here are a few commonly used data types in C. Int for whole numbers, for example, 25. Float for decimal numbers, for example, 3.14. Char for single characters, for example, A. Double for large/precise decimal values. Long for storing larger whole numbers than int. Short for saving memory when you need small integers. You'll use these in everything from simple math operations to storing sensor data. Multiple variable declaration. You can declare multiple variables of the same type in one line. Int A, B, C. Float temperature, pressure. This helps keep code neat and efficient. Industry use case, ATM software logic. Let's take an ATM machine as an example. When you insert your card, the software might use variables like int PIN code, float account balance, char account type. This helps it remember your PIN, how much money is in your account, and whether it's savings or current. Visual. ATM interface with fields highlighted and linked to variable names. Memory map visualization. Behind the scenes, each variable is stored in memory. Think of memory like a long apartment building. Each variable gets its own room. The size of the room depends on the data type. Extra use case, embedded system, temperature sensor. Let's look at another example, an embedded system like a smart thermostat. Float temperature. Int target temperature. Here, the system reads the room temperature, compares it with a set target, and makes decisions, like turning a heater on or off, all using variables. Recap and what's next? Let's quickly recap. Variables store data. Data types define what kind of data. Real-world applications use these everywhere, from banking apps to embedded systems like smart homes. In the next episode, we'll look at input and output in C, how to take data from a user and show results.